I will give you what you wanting. Baby, come and chop my money.
Good day, everyone. You're welcome to another edition of Campus Fashion. My name is Aderogba Atinuke from the Department of English, and today it is titled Fashion Appearance. What is appearance? This has to do with something that can be seen. It is an outward expression in the fashion world. Yes, you can say you are fashionable, but what are the things that people can see in you and really say this is a fashionable person? From your head to your toes, everything is to be taken note of. So for you to say you have a perfect fashion appearance, you really have to look good to the eyes. And I am on the street of Adeyemi College of Education. I want to get to know people's view on their own fashion appearance. Stay tuned. Good afternoon, Ma.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome to another edition of Campus Fashion, and today is titled Fashion Appearance. So I want to ask you, Ma, what's your name?
My name is Oluwatoyin Tanimowo Elizabeth.
What department?
Home Economics Department.
All right, ma. So when you say fashion appearance, how would you examine a person and say this person has a perfect fashion appearance? What are the things you take note of?
Through the color combination, the way he dresses, and the way everything matches. So that's it. That's all.
All right. Aren't you talking about the feet, the hair, your shoes? Do you think those things are also part of the important things you need to take note of when you say it is a perfect fashion appearance?
Yes, you make sure that the shoes go with the clothes, and the skirts and the bag go together. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. I want to say that you're well dressed and you are beautifully packaged. Keep on being fashionable. Thank you again. What's your name and your department?
My name is Ogumilu Ibokonluwa from Economics Department.
All right, today's Campus Fashion Edition is titled Fashion Appearance. So what would you say would make up a complete fashion appearance? What are the criteria that you consider for a perfect fashion appearance?
We're not talking about perfect fashion appearance. It's the shoe and the clothes must still correlate together with each other. The wristwatch and everything must still correlate together, must be of the same, must not be color riot like that. That's what fashion is all about. I know.
I must confess, you are really fashionable. I love your shoe matching with your black trouser, your polo, and even your high glasses is also matching. Just keep being fashionable because your fashion appearance really speaks a lot. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Ma.
Good afternoon.
What's your name and your department?
Olajoke Joanna Kinkoli, English Language Department.
Wow. I must confess, you're really looking fashionable. And today's campus edition is titled Fashion Appearance. So the question now is, what would you say is the criteria for a perfect fashion? When you see someone, looking at yourself now, what are the things you really want to put in place before you can say you have had a perfect fashion appearance?
Fashion is a personal thing. For example, before I think something is perfectly fashionable, it should be something you're comfortable wearing. Like some people will say my skirt is too short, but I'm actually comfortable in it. I feel like a lady and I'm good to go. So my own definition of perfect fashion is wear whatever you're comfortable with, whatever will make you look good, and just do you.
And in addition to the question for the day, what about the part of the bodies? What do you think should also be in place, when you want to say a fashion is perfect? What other criteria on the body do you think should really be taken note of?
Like I said earlier, it's a personal thing. But for me, I like to accentuate my best features. I know I have long legs, so whatever you have, you should flaunt it, but you should be decent. You can see my boobs are not opened. And to a reasonable extent, my skirt is actually a bit decent too. So I just think it should be something you are comfortable with, and it should be decent too, to a very reasonable extent. So that is just it for me.
Thank you very much. You've heard it from her. Perfect fashion is something comfortable and something very decent. Thank you so much for your time again.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my sister.
What's your name and your department?
My name is Adeyemi Sharafa. I'm from Department of Yoruba, as you see me.
Wow, I can really see it from your own fashion. So this Campus Fashion Edition is titled Fashion Appearance. So the question for you now is, what are the things that you would examine before you say somebody has a perfect fashion appearance?
Normally, when we talk about the perfect fashion, we have a different fashion. As you see me now, you see me as a Yoruba fashion, because when you see this thing, you will see that it identify me as a Yoruba. Normally, I'm a typical Yoruba, and I'm here in Adeyemi to study Yoruba. I want to know about the culture, everything along the Yoruba line.
So what are the aspects that your Yoruba fashion must show? Where are the aspects? Is it just your dress alone? Is it just with your bead? What other aspect you need to put in place before you can say you have a perfect fashion?
Normally, when we talk about the fashion, as you see my cap, you will see we call this cap abetiaja in Yoruba. And then when you see this bead is identify me as maybe as a member of something like a person that have a Yoruba in mind. When you see my shirt and then my trouser, you see it's different from other fashion. This is Yoruba fashion. We call this as a Yoruba fashion.
All right. Thank you so much. You can see this is a Yoruba perfect fashion appearance. Thank you for your time. Keep being fashionable, keep appearing neat and decent, and stay cool. Good afternoon, ma. What's your name?
Good afternoon. My name is Mercy Elegbeleye,
What department?
G&C.
Okay, good afternoon. I must say that you are looking very fashionable. And the title of this campus fashion edition for today is titled Fashion Appearance. And I will say that looking at you as a case study, what are the things you would look at before you can say you have a perfect fashion appearance?
Before you can say you have a perfect fashion appearance, you need to dress properly, as in put on a clothes that will cover your nakedness. Then when you are putting on clothes, before you put your clothes on, you need to select them so that the color will be matching with your shoes, your bag, your earrings, your hairbands, and so on.
Yeah. So your perfect kind of fashion is a combination that matches together. And I'm sure you also are saying that you take note of every other thing, not just the dress, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. I must really say that you are fashionable. So keep being fashionable. Keep taking note of your shoes, your earring, your bags, your dress, your hair, everything you've talked about, because that is what makes a complete fashion appearance.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. What's your name and your department?
Good afternoon. My name is Oniel Feshai, Integrated Science Department.
All right. I must really confess that you're looking so fashionable. And the title for today's edition is Fashion Appearance. I mean, a perfect fashion appearance. So now looking at you, how would you examine yourself or somebody else and say this person is really fashionable and has made a perfect fashion appearance?
Actually, dressing properly is nice. Not until we open our body, being naked, not until we open our chest or everything, before we know we are fashionable. So a lady must cover her body, actually. She should cover her body. That's all.
All right. So what are the other things that you really need to take note? If a lady says, I have a perfect fashion appearance, what are the things? Is it just the dress that she takes note of? What are the other things that you think that a lady or anybody fashionable should take note of before you can appear fashionable?
Actually, our dressing shows how responsible we are. So our character also must show more about us. So a lady must have character with her dressing.
Thank you very much for your time. I just want to keep believing that you keep being fashionable, like you've said to, you keep up the fashion appearance, a decent fashion appearance, and you're still cool. Because yes, I love your outfit. I love your wristwatch. I love your sandal. I love your bag. Wow, your hair. All this have your own perfect fashion appearance, and you really look wow. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you, ma.
Sir,
Good afternoon, ma'am.
what's your name and your department?
My name is Adeyemi, Chemistry Department.
Chemistry department. I must say you're looking fashionable today in chemistry. All right, on today's campus fashion edition, it is titled Fashion Appearance. And I want to put it to you. What makes a perfect fashion appearance? What are the criteria of things you need to really put in place before you say this person has a perfect fashion appearance?
Your how it looks, the kind of shoe you put on, your shirt, and so others. So the way you appear to people, it makes them, in fact, to like you more.
Yeah, the way you appear to people makes them like you more. Your outfit, everything, your shoe, your trousers, your shirt. Wow.
Yes.
Wow, wow. That is really for him his own perfect fashion appearance. Thank you again for your time. I appreciate you. Keep being fashionable.
All right, thank you, ma.
Good afternoon, ma. What's your name and your department?
My name is Adeyemi, SOS Yoruba Department.
SOS, wow, I must say you're looking so beautifully dressed. Your fashion is even very unique. Now, the title of today's campus edition is Fashion Appearance. So what are the things that you take note of before you can say you have a perfect fashion appearance?
I just wish to dress like this because I like when people wearing like this. That's why I decided to wear it.
So what are the things that you need to put in place before you can say, well, people will see me and they would really like the way I'm dressed like this? You actually saw somebody dressed this way and you love it. So what are the things that you saw and you admired about the person?
About the Aderogba and the blouse. That's what I saw.
So your fashion, your perfect fashion appearance has to do with your Aderogba and your blouse. What about other things? Should other things not be in place? Your shoes, your wristwatch, should they not be in place?
Yes.
They have to. So I really want to really say that for a fashion appearance to really be perfect, you have to take note of the Aderogba, the lace material, the gele. What did you call it?
Eta.
Okay, the hair tie, then your shoe, your sandals even matching with your, wow, this is beautiful. So please, ma, I would just say that you are looking so fashionable. Keep being fashionable because it's all about your appearance. Am I right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. You've heard it from our interviewers again. Fashion is appealing to the eyes. Every part of your body is important in the fashion world, from your hair to your dress, to your feet. Nothing should be left out. When you wear a good clothes, please make sure you take on what you feel is good for the feet. And also your accessories. Let it be something that matches and makes sense in the fashion world. And also make sure your face is tidied, your hair is neatly dressed, and everything sums up to become a perfect fashion. Until then, you can say you are fashionable. Thank you for your time today. My name still remains Aderogba Atinuke from the Department of English. Keep watching ACTV. Bye.
I will give you what you wanting. Baby, come and chop my